So what's good? This is the first episode of this diary that I'm making, talking about the things that I'm doing in my own journey as a young man. I'm 17 years old. I got a lot of things to learn. So I just want to talk about the things that I've been doing for a little bit and just talk about my experience about certain things that I really care about, like training girls, like always speaking to people, and sports. I'm 17, I'm really athletic, and I'm just gonna talk about my journey about the gym. So I've been working out for like 6 to 5 years, but I've only really seen progress this year because I've been really focused on my diet and also like bulking. Because when I was first, I was like just fucking around. Like most of the time I was training, I wasn't really getting my diet right. I was training correctly. I was training really hard, but I was just not eating enough. And that's the reason why I wasn't gaining a lot of muscles the first years of my training. So I basically just wasted my time. Not really wasted my time, but I just wish I knew this when I was younger. I should have fixed up my diet. Fixed up my diet. But this time, I'm actually making a lot of progress. I've gained 10 kilograms. I've gained 13 kilograms of muscles in 8 months. As a young man, I went from being around 50 kilograms to 63 kilograms at this point, and I'm still getting much bigger. Basically, I'm still eating a lot of food, so I think about probably around January next this year, I'd be around I'd be around 70 kilograms or something. Because I'm just eating a lot of food. I eat like around like 4,000 calories a day, and I don't really gain that much fat because I'm still young. I'm 17 years old, and also I do a lot of sports. I go out and play basketball. I'm black. I play basketball. I go into sprinting. I'm like also like a sprinter as well. So also go to the gym. I also skate a lot, and that means I need to eat a lot of food. I don't really gain that much fat. So most of the muscles that I gain is just real lean to the point that I'm kind of surprised of how much progress that I'm making by now. I was at the gym one time and I just finished doing this workout. I finished just doing this workout and I was like, fuck yeah, what happened to my body? I was looking at my body and just so amazed at it. And I was like, am I on steroids or something? Am I eating fish with steroids? That's what I was thinking because I was like, what the fuck happened to my body? Because I was looking up my pictures back then, and when I first started going to the gym, really looking in this year, I was like, what the fuck? Not really this year, but last year. Last year, I just looked in, just focusing on like my health and stuff like just. I just want to gain some muscles, basically last year, and I was at the gym, and I know it doesn't sound much, but 13 kilograms as a young guy, and you're for you people standard, like you're kind of short. Like I'm like 5'9", but in my country that's pretty fucking tall. The average height here is like just 5'2" something, 5'2" for the average man in my country. So that's kind of like a big height difference. Like 5'9", and when I wear like some shoes, it usually gets me off like a few more points. Like I get like 1 more inches basically. So I'm basically around 5'10" when I have my shoes on. So that is a lot of progress. As a young man, I'm still growing. I'm still getting taller as well. And I'm still getting taller. That's what I've noticed. I have this like earlier this morning. I was stretching. I was stretching at my yoga mat, and I was just looking at it, looking at like the ceiling, and I was just trying to feel my yoga mat, and I was trying to feel my head. I noticed that the yoga mat is almost fits me. My size, my height, basically. I was like, am I getting bigger? And I'm like 17. Am I still getting big at this point? And I was like, maybe I may be still getting bigger because this is the first time in my life that I'm actually eating a lot of food. It's the first time in my life where I'm eating like 4,000 calories a day, and that's insane for a young kid. Imagine like how much your body just forces you. I don't know what it was, like hormones or something, to basically just force out random shit that makes you grow and stuff like that. And it's really nice. It's really nice to have this opportunity to just do things that most people don't have because I live in like terrible country. Terrible country. I'm not from African bullshit like that. I'm not from there, but I'm from the Pacific. Yeah, the Pacific. It is like the Philippines, basically. And it might not sound like I'm from this country, but yeah, I've noticed just the difference between people, how they live their lives. You know, like I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends, and sometimes I talk to them and they tell me shit about their life, and I was like, I'm really grateful to be alive. I'm really grateful to be alive, and that I'm not born into like a family that super broke, super fucking broke. I'm super grateful to be like on this privileged ass state to the point that I could just basically do my best to just stay healthy as a young man and just stay away from drugs, stay away from alcohol, stay away from gangs and some bullshit, and just get better. And I'm really grateful for this. My mother is a hard-working woman. My sisters, they all do their best. My older brother and my brothers, they all do the best basically, and I'm really grateful to have that. So it's kind of one of the things that I'm really grateful about in my life is just have this opportunity to just do my shit uninterrupted, just do what I want, and nobody really gives a shit. And it's so nice, it's so nice because I'm not the only thing I really have to do today. The only thing I really have to do is just wash the dishes, clean the house, and then after that I could just do what I want. And most of the thing that I want to do is just go to the gym, go off for runs, exercise, just do my stretching. That's basically my whole life at this point, you know. And that's basically what I'm doing right now. It's just when it comes to the gym, I've been working out for like 5, 6 years. 6 years is a phenomenal achievement for a young 17-year-old kid. I started out when I was 11 years old or something. Some stupid shit just happened to be like I had this girl that I knew from this game that I really used to play. When I was younger, it was called like Minecraft or something. It's like a block game. I fuck with that shit. I love that. I love playing with that game. I remember when I was younger, I used to play that on my iPad or something. And I was like, yeah, kill the motherfuckers. Like, I even got like a Minecraft girlfriend, which is pretty tough if you think about it. But she broke my fucking ass. Basically, broke my fucking heart. And it's also like for you motherfuckers that think this girl that I saw was like a weird motherfucker, like a predator or something. Predator. It wasn't actually like a full-on predator. It's just a young kid like me, and I even got her like on like socials or something. And that's really tough. But I started working out after getting my heart broken, and it's so nice that I'm making this much progress because of that shit. Thank God that shit happened to me. Gave my 11-year-old ass broken hearted for some bullshit. So, but yeah, this is the first few months that I'm actually seeing progress in my whole journey of lifting. I started out when I was 11 years old and I was like full on anorexic. I was like so sick to the point that I was like puking out everything that I eat. Like I was like around like 34, 33 kilograms at that time. Even like it was going down, so it was going down sharply. That's what I'm just gonna say that. It was just going down because I was also getting sick a lot. When I was younger, I had this symptoms of like just sickness. I was just sickly as a kid. But I made so much progress to the point that I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud that I've gained like 30 kilograms of muscles in 6 years of my training. Coming from a kid that basically was kind of meant to die. That is amazing to the point. Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy because I was getting sick like every single week. Like getting sick. I had this weird ass lung. I was like, how I was getting sick and all that. But yeah, I made a lot of progress because of that girl. Basically, I'm really grateful that she did that because I don't know where I would be without the gym. So that's basically the gym and sports. So I'm 17. I'm gonna be going to high school next year. This year, basically, this year I'm gonna be going to the high school. And one of the things that I don't really doesn't really sound fun to me is studying. I don't like studying. I don't like reading a lot of things that I don't really want to read. So my plan is to just train and play basketball. We don't have. I just moved into this place like a year ago or something, and they don't really have track and field in this place. They don't really have track and field or like running sports, and that sucks because my body is designed for like running, designed for like sprinting. That's kind of one of the things I really notice about my body is just I'm meant for sprinting, short pass speed, like movement. That's basically my whole body. And I've noticed this when I was doing a lot of jogging. I did a lot of marathons. I've run a lot. I've done long distance walk. And one of the things that I really fucking noticed is just my body's just not capable of handling hours of running, hours or like even like 10 minutes of jogging hurts my body so freaking much to the point that I was like every time I go back home after like a session of just running, I'll get up like just I was just hating my life. Basically, I was just hating my life because my whole body's just hurting. My knees, especially my fucking knees. I have like my knees is up right now, but I have my knees. It always hurts every time I go on like a sprint. Not really sprint, but jogging. Every time I go on a run, like the mid to low, I don't know what you call it, but I'm not a nerd, but especially jogging. Every time I go on a jog, I always get injured. Like my legs, my shin, my Achilles tendon. It just hurts. It's just miserable. So I kind of realized that like few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago. I realized that 2 weeks ago when I went on a run. I went on a run, and when I came back home, I was kind of rude to my family. Basically, I was kind of rude to my family, and I was just not shouting, but I was kind of insulting them. And one of the things that I notice about myself is just I'm loud, but I'm not rude. That's kind of one of the things. I'm loud, but I'm not rude. It's kind of biggest things about me. So I noticed that, and I was just the reason why I'm this rude is because my body is just in pain, and I'm just trying to cope. And I was like, fuck running, fuck jogging. I don't like this sport. I don't like long distance running. And a lot of people might see this and think like, oh yeah, this guy's a fucking bitch. Fuck it. I don't like running. I don't like long distance running. Yeah, fine. I can do a lot of other sports like sprinting, but fuck jogging. I don't like it. My head. I keep getting injured. I swear to God, I keep getting injured. My knees always hurts. Like my knees is just the one that really fucking hurts, and also like my Achilles tendon, like the one that you have in your like legs, the one that I don't know what you call it, but look it up. It's Achilles tendon. It is the one that you have in your like your legs or like your foot, and I always get injured. Like I remember like training for like this marathon, and it was stupid. it was stupid because I was getting injured every single day, and I was like so much pain to the point that I was like, fuck this. I was like, fuck this. I don't enjoy this. I remember going back home, like a training session, like running like 2 kilometers, and I'd get back home and I would put on like an ice pack on my knees because it was just hurting so much. That's how bad it is for me. I don't like jogging at all. Some people like it, and I completely understand that because some people their body is just much more adapted to that sport, And yeah, but for me, I enjoy sprinting a lot. I enjoy like sprinting. I don't know what's about it, but every time I go on a sprint, it feels really good. Like my body is just not in pain. My body is just not in a lot of injury. One of the things I've noticed is just when I finish like a session, when I woke up the next day after like I finished like a session of like hard training of like sprinting. One of the things I would notice is just my knees doesn't hurt. Like my knees, my Achilles tendon kind of hurts sometimes, especially if I try to like be more springy when I go on a run, like push more forward and stuff like that. But my knees don't hurt. My knees don't really hurt that much every time I go on a sprint, and I don't know why. I heard a lot of people talk about like, oh yeah, you don't. y- The sprinting has more intensity to it, has more intensity, higher impact to the ground, and that could fuck up your knees. But for my situation, it doesn't really hurt that bad. It doesn't really hurt anymore, It doesn't really hurt like anything. So it feels really good to have like a knees like this. Doesn't I'm not in pain with my knees, and that's kind of good. So I've noticed that, and one of the things I've noticed is just the only thing that hurts in my body is just my hamstring and my butt. That's basically it, my asshole. That's stupid, but about my hamstrings and butt, and that's basically it that hurts in my body. And after like a few days, it heals up quickly. Like after like one day, it's just finish up. Then I could go and train again and stuff like that. And it feels really nice to not have an injury every single fucking day. And also, we don't have like we don't have sprinting in this part of my country. Basically, we don't have that. So I'm now training to play basketball because I don't really like studying that much. If you know me, I'm not that nerdy. I'm nerdy about things. I like reading books, reading books that I really care about, like self improvement stuff. But other than that, I'm not reading books that tries to improve my intelligence, stuff like that. I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I'm not dog or some bullshit. Don't like reading shit that I'm not really gonna use. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm thinking right now. So my whole plan is just play basketball, do my best to stay away from bullshit that might ruin my whole teenage years, like my whole young man's era, or some bullshit like that. Stay away from shit that might ruin it. Like drugs, alcohol, bad friends, bad people. Just stay away from those motherfuckers, man. And that's what I'm thinking. Just play basketball, and I'm actually training how to dunk. This is like the first thing that I'm realizing about myself right now. It's just I do not know how to jump. I know I'm dark skinned. Like I might be from the Pacific Islands, like Philippines, but I realized this just now. It's just my dad is black. That's kind of one of the things that I realized. It's just, oh yeah, my dad is black, and I was looking at my skin. Hold on, am I black as well? I just realized that, and I was like, and now I'm thinking about it. My other sister from one of my dad's baby mamas or something. One of them is looks like an African lady or something. I was like, am I black? That's kind of one of the things. But I had a lot of people talk about, oh yeah, black people have like fast twitch muscle fibers. For my case, it's I seem to have it, but I'm not. I just haven't trained it properly, or I haven't just used it as much. I've never really jumped as a kid, but I remember I used to run a lot. I used to run and sprint a lot when I was younger, and that's probably one of the things why I enjoy sprinting that much. I remember I used to go to the store. It was like just 1 kilometer away from my house, 1 kilometer away from my house, and basically just I remember I would go outside my house. I get on the road and you can see like the fucking cars, like some motorbike or something, going past here, and I would go and stand there, and I would just start fucking speeding, but just trying to catch up and just trying to run as fast as possible. Just get to like the store that I'm gonna go buy some shit at. So it's kind of one of the things I love the feeling like sprinting. Every time I go in sprint, you hear like the wind. The wind is just so amazing. That's kind of one of the things I really enjoy about it. It's just you hear the wind, like just you hear fucking air, and that is amazing. I love that. Every single every single time I do that, every time I go on a sprint, I always love that feeling. Just the wind is just going past your ear, and that's amazing. That's one of my favorite feeling. But I'm learning how to dunk because I'm not really good at shooting. I'm not really good at dribbling as well. So I might as well try to learn how to dunk because I'm much taller than most people in this country. So if I learn how to jump higher, I'm gonna be able to get the ball onto the rim, and that's basically the whole game plan for me. Just jump, put the ball in the whole circle, and get a point. That's my whole thinking about it. Just go jump, just go jump, and put the ball in the center of it, and get a point, and everybody claps. That's gonna be my whole plan. So that's the reason why I'm learning how to jump as a black guy, basically. But I'm gonna be, I'm kind of far away from it. I can touch the little net on this high ass fucking board or something. The core, they have this net that you could see like when you throw your basketball. Everybody knows it. Why am I trying to explain it? But I can touch it. I can touch it a little bit. I can touch it a little bit. If I really put my fucking hands on it, like if I can just try to stretch out my fucking hands, I can just touch it about here. And my whole goal this month is to hit the half of that basically. You see this like a net, the net. You see that? This one I can touch, this one I can touch. But my whole goal is to hit this part, hit this middle area, so that I could get much higher jump, and then maybe this year I'd be able to just dunk, just be able to dunk, and maybe I get taller as well, because I'm not done getting bigger. That's kind of one of the things see in my body. It's just I'm just getting much bigger as well. Maybe it's because of the calories that I'm eating. I'm eating like 4,000 calories a day. I even have like my whole diary about it, a diary that I use. Like, oh yeah, there's like my whole log, like, or like this iPad that I have, and it's really nice. Oh shit, this video is gonna be long as fuck. I don't know how I'm gonna even upload this, but I'm just gonna make another video and upload it in a few days from now. Upload it in a few days from now because I've been really missing my upload schedule. I'm trying to get the videos in because I really enjoy recording videos and stuff like that. But I'm not being consistent at it. I'm not being consistent uploading the videos, and it looking kinda sucks because I really enjoy recording videos ever since I was younger. I always enjoy like recording YouTube videos, stuff like that. So I'm just gonna do my best to stick to my recording schedule and try my best not to fuck around. Try my best not to get injured. Do my best to stay on the life position that I'm trying to get my life on, which is get become a better athlete at what I'm doing. Basketball, sprinting, the gym. Also the gym, I forgot to mention this. I'm doing a new training program which is high reps and lower, not lower intensity, but lower weight or like he- less heavy weight that I'm usually using. I'm so probably gonna make a video about that in the future once I get like my shit together. Basically, once I get my shit together, I'm gonna make like a video about like talking about, oh yeah, this is the effects of my training, but I don't have the proper data. I sound like a fucking nerd talking about data, but I don't I haven't seen the full experience of it, so I'm just gonna experience it for a little bit, and maybe once I start seeing the result, I might talk about it. I might talk about it, see what helps me in some ways, and just talk about my shit, talk about my shit, talk about the shit I'm doing. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully this one gets uploaded to YouTube because I don't really know if my YouTube thing is fully approved yet. So yeah, bye bye. See you in the next one.